This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Push and go. It says push and go.
Is that Winnie and RC? When'd you get? Levi, how old are you today?
2?
You say 2? Say, I'm 2.
Whoa!
Bye-bye. What's up, guys?
Welcome to our channel.
Wait, no, sorry.
No.
What's up, guys? Welcome to our channel. What's up, guys? Welcome to our channel.
Hi. So we're super excited today. We just want to let you guys know a little bit about our day and what we did today. But Levi, our firstborn, turned 2 years old today. So 2 years ago today, we had Levi, and he's been such a joy in our life. And we just got to take him out tonight. We got to have tacos, take him to his favorite park, which we were actually really grateful because there was no one there. So he ran around the whole park, owned it, and just had a blast. And we got home, put the boys to bed, and we've got some really exciting news we're excited to share with you guys.
Yeah, I'm stoked. All right, let me check.
We are using our phones because, you know,
We have to sit on track.
we might lose track.
We like
I'm a
to go-
squirrel mind, so I'll get lost really quick. So,
Yeah.
before we get into anything, we are moving.
What?
Yeah,
All
it
right.
actually has taken a lot of time to prepare us to say something like that, especially myself. So we're going to kind of go into a little bit about what's going on in our lives right now.
We're moving. What? All
Where are we
right.
moving?
Where are we moving? We are moving everywhere.
How do you move everywhere?
Well, let me tell you. You sell your whole house and everything in it.
Which we've never done.
Never. You sell all your things. You buy an RV and you pack up your family and you go.
It's not that easy, but we're going to do it.
You just do it.
So right now, that's our plan, and we feel like we kind of had this thing laid on our heart that we felt like God was kind of calling us to some intentional family building time. And we've been married going on 5 years in January. We have Levi, our 2-year-old, and Elias, who is 6 months, going on 7 months. And I've worked for my family for most of my life. We own an automotive repair shop, and so I've most of the time worked for my family 6 days a week. And we've been in ministry as youth pastors in our local church since we were married in 2016. And so we've worked 7 days a week. And so
Which was our own choice.
well, we chose that, and it's been phenomenal. It's been great. But we feel like God is kind of calling us to a little bit of a transition to spend some more time intentionally with our family, I want to spend more time with my kids and my wife. You know, I get to see my boys about an hour and a half to 2 hours every night during the week, and then on the weekends it's after church and when I come home from work on Saturday and take care of the house. So we really felt like we were supposed to just get up and take a big step and a big leap of faith. So that's what we're doing. We are selling our house, and we're going to move into an RV and a travel trailer, and sometime in January we're going to take off and we're going to go see the nature and go see the world, and just the United States. We're going to go see a couple of states. We don't plan on going to every state, but there are a handful of states that we want to go to, and a lot of the West Coast, a lot of things over in the West Side, and maybe some Central as well. And you know, for me, a little bit about myself. I've lived in Florida my whole life. Actually, I've lived in the same town my entire life. Never had to move, and so moving can be a little scary for me. And so this is actually a huge step for myself. Not only branching out of my family business, leaving the church that we've been faithfully attending for 7 years, but literally walking away from everything that has made me comfortable and going into the most uncomfortable thing that I could have thought of.
I know for me, I moved to Florida 6 years ago now from Michigan. So I was actually born and raised in Michigan and from Lansing. And so I've done something like this before where I made the decision like, all right, I'm going to move and I'm just going to start over, start fresh. And this was before I ever met him. Came down to Michigan, and it was like 8 months later I met you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just amazing.
Best thing ever.
Yeah. So the last time that I personally took such a huge leap of faith and just like left my whole family, my friends, like everyone behind was when I moved to Florida.
Yeah.
And then met him, started our family. So if that was the last leap of faith and now we're doing this as a family,
That's kind of exciting.
possibilities are limitless.
And what a better time to travel than now, when there's literally, I mean, schools are starting to reopen a bit, and you know, the world is in an uproar with COVID-19, and we're hoping that kind of fizzles away and we get to go to some national parks and see some things that we've never been able to see yet, but we're
better time than in the middle of chaos.
why not be completely nuts and radical and say, let's go. Let's give up our date nights, although we might have some date nights out under the stars while the boys are asleep, and give up babysitters and family, and which that brings me to a good point. We love our family and our friends here. We have been established here in our hometown, and our marriage is founded here with our family at my family and some of her families here, but also our church family. And so we are going to miss everyone dearly, and we're sad to go, but in the same token, it's not goodbye forever. It's only see you later. And we're excited to see where God leads us and what we get to end up doing. So really, I think what that leads us into is what is the name of our travels going to be? What is it going to be? What's it going to look like? I'm going to give it to Jenna because she's the creative one in the family.
I thank Jesus for everything. Any kind of creativeness he gives me, it's all from him. Basically, we were talking to another couple the other night. We sat down and had dinner with them and shared our plans and our hearts. And the wife had just said, like, I feel like the possibilities are just limitless for you guys. Like, the door for this journey is just going to open, and there's going to be limitless things that we'll be able to do, like, on this journey, right? Because for us, when we're driving, we just want to be open to whatever God wants to do, whatever, like our boys, if they want to get off at a stop and go play outside or whatever, we need to just stop for a while, because we don't plan on traveling for long increments of time with a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old, which he'll be 1 year.
Yeah, Levi will be 2.5 years old, and Elias will be 1 year by that point.
Yeah, so we don't plan on going on long travels.
Yeah.
But that brings us to, which you probably already know this because you're watching it on our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel's already named it, but we named it Life is a Limitless Journey. So,
Mic drop.
yeah, I love it.
I think one of the things that Jenna has really pushed me to step out in is dreaming. I think at the beginning of the year, Jenna started working for Plexus, and one of the things that she heard from one of the speakers is if you're not, go ahead, just say that quote because I'll butcher it.
It's from the book Chase the Lion. I believe the author is Mark Batterson. And major quote in this book, and I think it's on the front cover, is if your dreams don't scare you, then they're too small.
Ouch. So when she shared that with me, I remember coming home for lunch and she's like, I'm reading this book, and I'm like, wow, this book is real, and it's like hitting me deep in my heart. And so I think that it really hit us in the fact of, not that we weren't necessarily dreaming, but we felt like we just settled, like we just kind of settled in, and which is great. I love consistency. I'm all for it. Don't be flaky. Don't just bounce around. Have home base, have a home church. Stay close to your family, but get out a little bit, dream a bit. For some of you, it may be, man, I've always wanted to live in the tropics. Maybe you want to move to Florida and you're in landlocked. Maybe that's your dream. Maybe some of you are watching and you're going, man, one day I want to drive an RV with my family and travel for a bit. We'll tell you all the do's and don'ts in a couple of months.
Yeah.
But the fact is that we realized that we were just going through the motions and we weren't dreaming. We would go out on a date night and we would talk about, maybe we'll build a house one day and have land for our kids. And we have always been adventurers. Like ever since we got married, our first year of marriage before kids, and even our engagement period, we would go out and we would find places to go, nature walking and just around the beach area here on the east coast of Florida, and we would just go to places that we had never been to. We loved seeing new things and sunrises, sunsets, and so that's one thing that we're excited about. It's just adventuring, seeing the nature of God in landscape form, and just having fun with our boys, building core memories. And some people may say, well, they're young, they're 2 years old, or they'll be 2.5 and 1, and they say they might not remember their trip. And I'm telling you what, I'm going to have these memories for the rest of our life. And we're going to sit down with our kids, who knows when, maybe on a Christmas one day, and go, guys, we took you to the Grand Canyon. Let's look at these pictures. Or we were living in 300 square feet for a year with you guys, and it was great.
And our hope is that it encourages them to dream as they get older. Like, look, like we say this all the time, and we've gotten this from several different speakers that we love. But like, let our ceiling be our kids' floor. So the things that we're doing now, and as we go out and go on these adventures, our prayer is that our boys, that they'll do so much greater things than this. Like, this is radical to us. I can't even imagine what their crazy radical things they're going to do.
We just want to lead them by example. We want them to look up and go, Mom and Dad are crazy and they trust God with everything. And so we're super excited. So we wanted to encourage you guys, fill you in with our journey in our life, and we hope that you guys will subscribe to our YouTube channel and catch up with us. We're going to try to vlog this whole entire process so you guys can be a part of it, and maybe we'll catch some Facebook Lives or something when you guys can see where we're at and be a part of our lives, because we don't want to just pick up and leave. We want to go, but we want to kind of bring everyone, thankfully with technology, we want to kind of bring everyone with us in a sense. So we're really excited about that. Some questions people might have are, how will you do something like this and pay for your journey? Well, for one, I would say, when we sell our house, we're going to take a lot of the equity that we have in our house to pay our fifth wheel off and our truck completely debt-free, pay off some debt that we have. All of our debt. We want to be able to go on the road with having zero debt. We want to have a phone bill, car insurance, fuel, groceries, and that's it. And we want to be able to be minimal as far as the bills that we have coming in. And one thing that Jenna and I started doing back in March is we joined with Plexus and a health supplement company, and we love being able to share our health journey with our family and friends and the things that these plant-based supplements have done for us. So we're excited to carry that on as we go on the road with the help of social media and our online platform. And who knows, we're open to whatever God has for us on the road, but we are excited for that. We've got some planning that we still have to do, which will fill you guys in, but we're going to map out our journey and like Jenna said, we're going to be open and available to if we're supposed to stop, if we're supposed to maybe go stay with some friends. We've got relatives up in Missouri we want to see, in Michigan, and along the ways, we're going to stop and see some family and friends, and we want to be intentional with building relationships along the way. Jenna and I are intentional when it comes to relationship, and that's one thing that we're excited about, is meeting people and getting to spend time together. I mean, who knows, maybe we'll find other full-time families and get to have nights out under our awnings on our porches. But yeah.
I love it. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I'm excited to experience the world through our son's eyes, how they see it from a childlike lens. It just blows my mind to think about that.
I think sometimes, the society kind of puts you in a box. You have to work 6 days a week or 5 days a week. You're 9 to 5 or you're 8 to 5, and you've got to pay a mortgage. And for me, I always told Jenna that I would rather live. Okay, I got to get this right because I feel like I'm gonna butcher it. I would rather live paycheck to paycheck and get to spend time with my family, rather than make all this money, have all my bills paid, and have all this money on the side, but not get to build intentional time with my family. And I think, just to be vulnerable, we've lived paycheck to paycheck. We know what that's like. We know what it's like to struggle and to have to work on our budget every night, and all those things are great. And I'm not dissing the American dream. I'm all for it. But the thing that I found out is that
we just weren't made for that.
Yeah, we definitely weren't meant to fit in the box that society tries to put us in, and tries to fit that formula. And so we're trying to bring a little bit of freedom to our own lives. We feel like that's a step for us, and we're excited to share it with you guys. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit the little bell at the bottom of the YouTube box there, and make sure to follow us, because we want you guys to be a part of this journey.
Yes, come on, the journey. Let's do it. Because life's a journey.
And the possibilities are limitless.
I've been thinking about you day and night. I can't get enough. Oh, nah.
Good job.
It's good. Killed it.
You did awesome.
No, I was tweaking out over here. Not even moving.
It was so good.
15 minutes.
I can't lie. I love the way you're messing with my mind. I can't get enough.